Hi, my name is Carl, and if you want to learn how to draw, I would love to teach you. In this first video that I'm going to show you, I will be talking through the processes that I'm using, starting and completing a picture of a lion in white pencil on black paper. Okay, so once you've finished watching this video, what I would next like you to do is find a reference picture of something simple: dog's head, cat's head, big cat, lion, bird, something like that. I'll provide the link to the reference picture I used, and I would like you to draw that. Now, when I'm doing lessons, I tend to it's usually a 2-hour block, so I don't want you to spend any longer than 2 hours on this picture. Once it's finished, I want you to put it safely away with the reference picture and then forget about it for the time being. So over the course of the next few weeks, what we are going to do is a series of exercises, and I'm going to give you some homework, and we're going to build upon various different techniques that I want you to try, and then we're going to go back to the reference picture that you started with and have a go at doing it again. Okay, so to coin that well-known phrase, here is me doing one earlier. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm marking on key points on the face of the lion, and then what I will do, you'll see me in a second, is translate those key points onto the black paper that I'm working on. I'm going to be using Derwent Coloursoft, white and pale grey for the actual drawing itself. And I'm just using some black 320 GSM card. So what I'm doing there is the measurements that I've just taken, you see I'm just double checking, making sure I'm getting them right. Once I've got those in, I'm just leaving I'm doing the least I can to show where the points are, so that they basically just disappear into the picture and you won't see any of my workings. But I'm using those workings to give me the insight as to where key features are. So you can see me now building up the nose using those key points that I measured on earlier. So as I'm continuing, what I'm basically doing is using those key points to start filling in all of the gaps. So there's the ear going in now, the other eye. And then what you'll also see me doing is I'll start sketching in the fur and the direction of the fur, because you want to get the direction right, because that can help you a lot with filling in the picture, because if you don't do it correctly, then it just doesn't look right. So that's the chin. Again, you can see me putting in the finer hairs, starting to go to the areas of purest white and starting to gently build those up. Just checking every now and then to make sure that I'm doing it right. Getting a few key hairs in. Now this was a relatively quick sketch. I'll tell you at the end how long it took, but just for a bit of fun, have a guess. Obviously it's speeded up. How many minutes it took me to complete this picture. It varies vastly. It depends on how much detail you go. This one is, I did this for enjoyment. I did it relatively quickly, and I just wanted to produce something see how fast I could produce something. So now you can see the key elements getting lightened even further, and I keep on doing this, so you keep on going back into it and going over it to build up the whiteness, because you don't want to make a mistake. So it's better to get it roughly right and then go over it once you're sure with a really bright white, because it's if you go over it, if it's wrong to begin with, then it's easier to get rid of it if it's very pale. If it's not, then it's very hard and you have to try and incorporate it in some way into the picture, or start again. It's up to you. So you can see now that it's starting to take shape, getting that longer fur on the chin in there, and then I'm leaving those little sort of like black dots that you tend to see on cats and dogs where the whiskers come out of. It's just so that you can build up that shadow, because one of the biggest things about drawing painting, any kind of like artwork, is the contrast. If you find the better the contrast, so sometimes you've got to be brave and not worry about going on too dark if you're working on white paper, or too light if you're working like this on black paper, because that is what you want. You want that contrast because that really brings your picture to life. So as you can see, I'm continuing to go over it. On the nose there, I've used more of the grey because I don't want it as obvious. I'm just trying to mimic what I can see before me on the picture. So this picture was actually from a website called Unsplash. I'll put the details in the notes below, and it's a website where you can use pictures which are royalty free, which is really good for artists. So you can get a good selection of pictures, because the last thing you want is to discover you've copied something and are not able to use it because you've not got permission. So always get permission for the photographs you use, whether you've taken them or you know the person who you've done it for. Because quite often you'll get people doing commissions for people, so you then own the rights to that picture, but that's fine. So in the past I have made cards and such like from images that I've drawn for people. So now you can see it's really coming on now. I'm leaving quite a lot of the black, just putting in sort of like the paler whites and stuff like that. I've done the whiskers. That'll be me almost finished now. And if you had a little guess before, it was 69 minutes it took me to do this from start to finish. You just see me filling in a few more little bits and pieces now. I hope you've enjoyed watching it, and I've enjoyed doing it, and I've enjoyed just voicing over it so that you can see what I'm doing. But there you go, and I hope you like it. Okay, so I hope you liked my first lesson, and it was good, and you enjoyed seeing how I do it. Yeah, choose a nice reference picture to do, not too complex, as in not loads of different background or multiple animals. Just choose one simple, nice, usually a 3/4 view is quite nice, or you can use the picture that I used. I'll put that down below. I'm also setting up a Facebook group which you can go to via Carl Fit and Artist, and you're more than welcome to join so that I could give you feedback on any work that you do. And we'll start in a couple of days. I'll put another post on, and that will have just some simple exercises to get you used to making marks simply and quickly, so that we can begin our drawing journey together. Okay, many thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, give me a like, and that'll be amazing, and I'll see you soon.